Yo, what is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin. Don't act like I didn't warn y'all mad times on this. I did it last minute this time around, but I've told you guys from the beginning, real early in the season, that there was an option pack for an opal. Yes, and all you had to do was play some salary cap, which is honestly one of the most chill, easy things. Game mode. It's probably the only game mode that's actually relaxing, not that boring, not that annoying. Like Breakout right now was absolutely lit and stuff with the rewards, and I got mad Breakout videos coming out the next couple of days on different warps and different things, showing you guys some of my rewards, how I've been going about my business. So if you guys want to see that, make sure y'all subscribe and leave a like. We're on the road to 100,000. We just hit 95,000, so thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot. I've been grinding, not mainly here but on other channels, so if you want to see me on any other channel, I've been uploading a lot. All the links are down below in the description. But without further ado, let's talk about salary cap, and I'll show you guys my team, like what recommendations I have. Honestly, this is the first time I've kind of cheesed my way in salary cap. It's been a little bit more fun, not to lie, like just using a 5-man. I haven't had any troubles even with injuries or anything like that. I have a couple guys on my bench, so if anyone does get hurt, but it's been nice and chill. It's a short game, 4-minute half or 5-minute, whatever it is. I think it's 4 of the first half. Feels like it's a short game. You call a couple of timeouts here and there, and if your guys are in the second half, bro, I play benches and I cook them. Like, there's no such thing as fatigue. You do get hurt a little bit more likely, but even then it's not that serious. So literally today, well, tonight into tomorrow morning is the last chance. If you didn't make it this far, you needed to have gotten to 2,500 points, which isn't a lot. It takes you roughly what, 13, 14, 15 games, maybe 16, depending. That's if you're winning at a high rate. Yes, it could take you actually longer. I forgot about that. It depends how much you're winning by and little things of that nature. But you guys could take a look here. It took me 13 games. I went 12-1 and got this done. Now here is my team that made it all happen. Shout out to the boys. Lonzo's been my main point guard for a minute in this mode, as well as Dante DiVincenzo. I told you guys before, I love this card. Probably my favorite jump shot in the game. He's averaging 18 points online. You can't beat that, man. He's literally a bucket, straight up bucket getter. Loving Alex English as well. One of the easiest jump shots I've ever had to deal with or play with or enjoy. Loved him last year as well. Shout out to Zoe. I don't have to say much about Zoe. Zoe does Zoe things. He's been a baller for me. I was able to fit in Paulo. He is my highest salary player. 5K for Paulo. 537 games though with this man. He has a lot of badges. He's not great nowadays compared to other things, but for a salary guy, definitely an absolute stud. And then you need AD on your gems of the game, or any AD in general. Absolute stud. AD, man, he got traded, we know, but he's been great. I fit in a couple guys, like I said. If you guys do notice, I don't have an extra point guard. If Lonzo gets hurt, usually it's good that I don't have an extra point guard. I can move Dante sometimes in there. It'll glitch, but I haven't had that issue to begin with. Lonzo's been good for the most part. Hopefully in real life the same way. I'm pretty sure this is the exact team I ran throughout all the rounds, this whole round. I know I didn't have Paulo in here at first. I was using somebody else, but yeah, I don't need these guys unless someone's really hurt or fatigued. That's why I tried, like, I made my 5-man first, to be honest, and then whatever extra salary I had, I just added a couple pieces just to be able to do it. I can actually add one more. Like, I could have really easily just did this, but like, honestly, that means that now I have a backup point guard if Zoe gets hurt, and it wasn't gonna happen anyway. But like, you can literally fit a 9-man with like a bunch of randoms depending on your team. Like, even if I downgrade Paulo, there's so many thousand like salary guys that I could fit, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. So if you guys don't know, you can actually search by salary. Okay, you can go ahead in here and, for example, say I can just search by thousands. You got all these beautiful storyline players that are all really good. Shout out to the storyline guys. You can definitely fit those on your bench. They're really good pieces. The Paul George mic drop, really good bench piece, and he's fairly cheap as well. We'll go down the list. I'll stop on any noticeable guys for cheap. You have guys like Rivers, you have guys like Chalmers. I play a Chalmers pretty much every game, and that's what I love with Zoe. Zoe cooks them all day, every day. But even like You got showstopper cards that are being added. I think gems of the games are some of the best cards. So let me actually increase my salary to 1200 to give out some good suggestions with that. Shout out to my mans for DMing me on Instagram asking me to show off some teams and like give out some lineups. So I do be playing a lot of OB Toppins. Wouldn't highly recommend. I think you could do better. I don't recommend like King and this guy and some of these cards. I do not recommend in general. You could do better. I do like gems of the games overall. Like Eddie Jones is great, really great piece for his price. This Justice Winslow, if you have Vince and you can badge him a little or anything like that, he's still probably really good. Even cards like, you don't need the best cards in the game, but if you're comfortable with the card, like I really love Sarge and he was a part of my team for so long, and I still think he's amazing. I didn't notice Herb Jones was only 1200. That's probably a really good piece. 6'7" shooting guard, small forward. There's definitely a way you can sneak that in there and make it work. I think there's so many great cheap options like Giddy, great bench guy that would work really well if you're not trying to use a highly overall lineup. This man Zachary is really good as well. Like I said, there's so many great cards for cheap. Now I will go to a little bit higher salaries. We'll talk about some of the higher ones. Last round I was using SGA, but his salary went up, so that's why I'm back to Zoe, who I was using previously. Point guard options, there's not many great ones. A lot of them are very expensive. That's why I was cool running Zoe for 3900. He locks up pretty much anyone because most guys are using cheaper versions of cards, but I went all in. I wouldn't choose any of these guys over him. Like there's no way I recommend anyone over Mazo. Pick your point guard that's really good for you. You need a good point guard in my opinion. I think that's what makes your team move. So I think, why would I use someone that's under salary? Use 3500, use 4000 on your point guard. Like he should be your most expensive because that's what runs your snake. Now DiVincenzo, I was lucky his price started dropping at 2500. He was a little bit more expensive before. And at the 2, there's, once again, it's kind of similar. You do have more options at the 2, I think, overall for good options. Would I recommend like a Ripper and stuff? No, but I would recommend this Dort. This Dort is really good for 2000. Absolutely insane. I would definitely recommend somebody like that. Great on both ends. But for me, DiVincenzo's jump shot is automatic, straight, doesn't miss. I recommend this Herb Jones, Eddie Jones I was using for a while. I'm just looking at cards that I have. Obviously, there's a lot of cards I don't have that might work as well. I wish we could fit like Franz Wagner, but those guys do not fit. Even T-Mac is too expensive. James Jones, KCP, if you have KCP, highly recommend. Definitely a stud beast. You got more of the same with the gems of the game. We talked about that stuff. If you find someone that's like, depending on your thing, so what I say is, if you have Anthony Davis, gems of the game, or like Ayton or someone like that, like that's a good center that's not too expensive. I feel like the two most important positions are your center and your point guard, right? You don't want to get beat up down low. You want to grab rebounds. You want to do all that stuff. So Miles Turner is a great option. I was using him for a while, but his salary went up slightly. You got guys like Rick Smits and just little guys like that really can do it. But AD is great because his jump shot's easy and he's 1500. But like overall, DeMarcus for 31's not bad. You got guys like Naz Reid's not bad. Like there's options you can definitely work with and make happen. So what I would do is I'd recommend getting your point guard in your center, and that way you can know how you're splitting up the rest of your points. You need one guy you're very comfortable with to do whatever you need him to do, and that's my Paolo. I know he's won me so many clutch games. I'm actually was down to show you guys some of the highlights, but I could show you like 1 or 2 games that I had one really close game. Otherwise, I was smacking everybody overall. So shout out to this man for keeping the game close and all that. But right here, Paolo, big clutch 3 to give us the lead. That was a bad possession too, but with everything on the line, tied up, who do I give it to? Big P. You know he's there for a reason. That's my man, Big P. That's what he does. That's what he is. Like such a great thing. I keep hitting the wrong button. I meant to go to replace, so I would never replace him. 5,000 is great though. You have great guys that you could use though, like Boris Diaw's 2,000, a great piece. You got Jalen Williams. I tried to use J-Dub when he was like, I think he was cheaper at one point, if I remember correctly, or was I using him at 3,900? I don't know. Jonathan Isaac for 38 is really really good. Like, you can go lower, you can. David West, really good piece for his price. Thorough Bailey. Like, there's so many options, and that's the beauty of this mode. I feel like it's unlike other modes where you're facing the same thing over and over and over again. You get to play against different things, and that is a beauty. Definitely highly recommend you get into this mode if you haven't, especially next season. This guy is really cheap for 2,500. I hate that it backs you out further, but 2,500 for Jaime. Harrison Barnes might be usable. I haven't used him, but there's so many options overall. I hope this video was somewhat helpful to make your lineups, guys. I really do, and I hope you guys didn't miss out on this Opal. I will be getting it hopefully Saturday. I don't think I can get all those points on Friday, but I'm gonna try my best. I'll try my best to get it done either Friday or Saturday. I have locked in and got a lot of games in when I do want to or can, but we'll continue building. We'll continue making things happen with our salary cap team, and hopefully 2K continues to make the rewards worth it. And I really hope I get some heat from this. If I get one good player from this, at least it won't be a dupe, right? I mean, maybe they're both dupes, but what happened to me the other day for winning 15 park games, if you guys haven't seen that, go check out the video. With all that said though, I'll see you guys later. It's been your boy Mos. Y'all know the drill, and Ballin out.